You've probably heard about CVT transmissions, and there are so many myths and misconceptions regarding these transmissions. And while manufacturers are coming up with new ideas and new designs to help in fuel economy, these ideas only look good on paper, but practically these ideas are trash. It's your boy Kev, and today I'll be taking you through one of the most heated arguments in the Kenyan car market. Is it practical to buy a CVT equipped car? Well, to understand this, we first have to understand what is a CVT. A CVT transmission is a transmission that has a set of belts and pulleys that give you infinite ratios for the best fuel economy. Well, CVT stands for continuously variable transmission, and the manufacturers are saying that they are the best gearboxes for the cars that are new in the market. Today's topic of discussion is based more on a question I found on our FB page of one of our members asking for help with this Nissan Teana losing strength when it's going uphill. Well, here's the question. Guys, my Nissan Teana loses strength when I driven for a long distance, especially on hilly areas. I haven't found a solution for that. When I take it out to rest for like 39 minutes, it picks up again very well. But as soon as I have gone some kilometers, it starts losing strength again. Please advise friends. Well, Bishop Boniface, today I'll be enlightening you and many others on how to overcome this problem and avoid such a mistake in future. Buying a car is not a mistake, but buying a car without doing research about this car is a mistake. Definitely a big mistake. Always do research about the cars you want to buy. The Nissan Teana is a mid-size luxury sedan that comes in several trims, including the 2500cc that is owned by the Bishop, and all the way to 3500cc. And the downside with these cars is that they have a CVT transmission that is known to overheat and break down. If you're buying a saloon car manufactured between the year 2005 and now, chances are that the car is equipped with the CVT transmission. And this doesn't exclude Nissan manufacturers from having them in their cars. And the reputation of Nissan cars with CVT transmissions has been questionable, and there's been so many lawsuits filed against Nissan regarding the failures that are connected to these CVT transmissions. According to Automotive News Channel, in 2013, the Nissan CEO Carlos Ghosn decided he was going to ramp up the reputation of the industry and make a recall of all the bad CVTs. And we thought, yeah, this time they are going to recall these cars. But we waited and waited. There was no recall, and we thought maybe they might bring newer models that were better. But the models like the Altima, the Sentra, the Sylphy, the teana, and we have one final one, the Juke. These cars still have the same issue, overheating CVT gearboxes. And today I'll be showing you some of the best ways you can use to keep your CVT cool down and elongate the lifetime of your gearbox. Bishop Boniface, to help with your question, I'll give you ideas on how you can keep your CVT cool. But first, will you consider selling the car and getting a better version that doesn't have these problems? Well, this is up to you to decide. And if you want to keep the car because of the looks, I know so many people buy these cars because they look nice, they look for a very cheap price, considering that this car is worth the price of a Toyota Axio while looking like a Mercedes Benz. So looks are better, but is it worth the cost of having to stay longer on your journey just because you have to wait for 39 minutes to let the CVT cool down? It's upon you to decide. So the better part of keeping your CVT is this: you can install an aftermarket cooler to help with the heating problem. So an aftermarket cooler in the Kenyan market goes for around 20 Gs, 30 Gs, but that is way less than buying a whole new transmission unit. And you can import a cheaper one, though the one I'm showing you here is not taxed yet, and with tax and shipping it might come to around 16 Gs, which is way cheaper than buying a new transmission anyway. Another method you can use to keep your CVT cool down is by taking breaks between long trips, if you have to take long trips. Like for instance, you say you take 39 minutes between your trips and still the gearbox overheats after you go for a short distance. Well, you didn't know that was the cause of your loss of energy, loss of power. But I'll tell you today, the Nissan reputation in CVT manufacturing is so poor, and I wouldn't recommend buying these cars. You can go for other models like the Toyota Premio, the new shape, a very good car, very compact sedan, and still offers the premium options that you can have in the Sylphy. We also have the Mazda Xela, the new version, also a very good car, and doesn't come with a lot of problems. And another thing, if you have to go for long journeys, you don't have to use a car. You can borrow a friend's car. A Mark X, for instance, has 2500cc engine, consumes the same as Teana, and still can do the job effortlessly. It can go from Nairobi all the way to your shags without hassle. And if you have to go for a long journey, just borrow your friend a car. And if all those options are not enough, you can just sell your car and buy another one. And while most people are going for Sylphy and Teana because of the looks, you can see that it's way cheaper to just get a Toyota version of these cars, or even a Mercedes if you can go that way. Look, for a Toyota Crown, you can get one for 700,000 shillings. That is the lower trim and earlier models. And a Toyota Crown is way better than a Nissan Teana, and it still consumes the same to Mark X. So avoid these Nissans with new CVTs. I'm not saying they're bad. If you can dig deeper into your pocket and install these systems that they are saying, go for it. I wouldn't go for it in my opinion. I'm a Nissan guy. I have a Nissan Sunny, but still I wouldn't go for any model that has a CVT from Nissan. That is my take. Purely my opinion. Everyone here has an opinion. And while reading through the comments in the answers to your question, I found people saying that, oh, MAF sensor cannot be an issue with the power after a long distance. The MAF sensor will probably trigger a check engine light, and if it doesn't trigger a check engine light, you will lose power from the go, not after driving for a certain distance. Why would you buy a car that will not perform under certain conditions just because it looks better than a car that performs effortlessly in the same conditions? Well, that's up to you to decide, but I wouldn't recommend that you just buy a car because of the looks. Go for practicality. To my new viewers, please subscribe, like, and share this video to help others. That's the same way it has helped you overcome some of the biggest problems you have with your cars. And I produce these videos every day, and you can always contact me. My email is in the link below on how you can save a ton of money by making your car more practical, better, and energy efficient. So you are going to buy a new car. Here's a tip: do research before you buy that car. It might be cheaper, but in the long run, will it be cheaper? So practicality is key. Can it handle well, or does it look good? So some people are going for looks. It doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, practicality matters. Energy efficient, and with the current inflation rates in our country, fuel economy is the biggest thing that now many new buyers are looking at. And while many people are now going for the newer cars because of energy efficiency, the old models that were also efficient are way cheaper. So it's about how you weigh your options. Do you want a car that is lower trim but with super efficiency and cheap, or do you want a car that is expensive but still very new and efficient? So just weigh your options, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.